guess what? It's Tuesday night, and we're live.
Come on, listen to Jess. She got her show at the best. Come on, listen to Jess. Because the show is the best.
It's just the Sky Kid and a night of the round table.
Kiff points.
Guess what? We're reporting to you live from Kenosha, Wisconsin. We're still alive. So
We are still alive.
Holy fuck, there's way too much to say. We left last Sunday and came back to absolute chaos. We were on vacation. This Thursday would have been where Kiff and I sat around and played music that people have submitted to us, but I feel that because it is more significant to talk about current events, we're going to, and I support this person, we're going to have Corey Elijah join us, who is an underground video journalist. He is somebody who has taken to the streets since the whole George Floyd incident occurred and has been documenting all around not only Kenosha, but various other parts of Wisconsin, conventions, protests, gatherings, and really stepping back as far as sharing opinion and just documenting what it is that he's observing. So really kind of, a quiet perspective as to a well-rounded sort of scenario, right? Right.
Yeah, it's...
What...
Since most of us can't be right there in the front line, like, that's what's fucking happening.
And there's been a lot of other people now that have popped up because of Corey. Mm-hmm. So it's become very interesting to see this dynamic shift in what we consider traditional news media that is now kind of being replaced by people who are just videoing with their phone, because you're going to get an unbiased opinion, uncut, unedited realness, a rawness to the news. And so we'll talk with Corey about how he got started, kind of his rise to fame recently. As of today, he was on CNN discussing his view as to President Trump, who decided to come to Kenosha in the aftermath of the riots. Let's get a few things clear. There's so much going on that we're kind of like getting away from what's going on. So what's going on is this. We're angry, and by we're, I mean like the people of Kenosha are angry that the cops are allowed to just shoot people. And I feel in the wake of George Floyd and everybody else who has been shot, killed, and murdered by police for no reason, the Black Lives Movement has arisen again as a continual kind of should be current wave that just continues to say like, hey, stop killing us. It's like slavery ended, but white people were so fucking pissed off that they decided how to figure out how to keep slavery, and now people are becoming more aware of its blatantness because of the political climate we're in, that we're all upset at what's going on.
Can't cover it up with rainbows.
However, this is to not be, pushed aside. We can't whitewash this and make it pretty with rainbows and stuff. We're going to talk about that on Thursday's show, but stop being angry at all of the other things going on. Be angry about police brutality because you could be shot too. Or your friend. Think about it this way. Your friend could be shot. Your friend's kid could be shot for no reason. So we've gotten rid of due process. It's not about backgrounds. It's about what occurred. And having people go unchecked and not having accountability and transparency is the issue. We marched on Saturday with Jacob Blake's family. And I marched because I have a lot of friends who are Black or identify as Black African American or people of color, and specifically a lot of male Black friends, a lot in the music industry. And I've become more aware of the fact, my brother is Black. My younger siblings are all Black. So I've always been cognizant of it. My first best friend was black, of racism. But it hardens and saddens me that we still have to continue to fight for this equality that should have been granted in 1964. And kudos to anybody who showed up in DC. I hope that we're able to continue this race. This isn't a finish line sort of thing. It's a marathon, as some would like to say. And there can't be an end. There has to be constant evolution, continued progression. We don't want to go back to normal. Normal isn't working, obviously. So on top of the unchecked police, we have a failure in leadership within our local government. So be angry at the mayor, be angry at the sheriff, and be angry at the police chief who failed you and let your city burn. And there hasn't been any accountability there. We want to blame everybody else but what's happening, and it's easy to deflect. But Kenosha, you elected these people, have continued to re-elect these people, and are comfortable with this, and that's why Kenosha, the rest of us, are pissed. Stop it. It's unfair, it's unjust, it's corrupt, and reform needs to happen. So, join us Thursday when we talk to Corey, who's been out there in the streets, who has witnessed people being nabbed, who has been hit by tear gas, who was standing right there. I watched his feed where Kyle was chain smoking, talking to somebody else with a gun who said they brought it there for a purpose. So there's a lot of things going on in Kenosha. I also want you to remember to fucking love each other. Now, love doesn't always mean say nice words, but love means to check people. So if I'm having a conversation with Kif and Kif says something racist, because I love him, I'm going to tell him that's not okay. Or if your little brat-ass kid is breaking the rules, smack your little brat-ass kid. Yeah. Because we all have to be accountable for each other. And, you know, let that be figurative or metaphoric, whatever you're comfortable with as far as smacking your child. But you can smack people verbally and have them get the point. My point is that nothing is going to change with violence, and we cannot forget that this violence needs to lead to resolution where we can have peace. So what is our objective? What will the mission be? And what is going to be the resolution and conclusion? All this and more on Thursday night's show. And with that, because of one of our team members, we're going to play a song that he showed me that I feel is just aptly fitting for the political climate. And I hate saying political because, in essence, what do people want but Maslow's hierarchy? They want food, shelter, love, safety. Because once you have the base of Maslow's hierarchy, you can continue to evolve. But because a lot of our society swipes out those basic rights for people, they're not able to evolve. And what you are watching is the de-evolution of society. I like to call it the new dark ages has happened. We're refuting science. We're going back to a time where we don't want women to have rights or a voice, nor do we want people of color to have a voice. No one can have a voice but white, straight men. And it's dangerous because these ideologies are going to continue to watch us fall apart. We're destroying the planet and we're destroying each other. So, besides all of societal ills.
Stop being rude and disrespectful.
Don't be rude and disrespectful.
Stop shoving your privilege into everyone else's personal space.
The world does not revolve around your round white body. All right. And please, if you would like to contest or have a comment, etc., feel free to go ahead and drop those. I may or may not talk about them. So this is Run the Jewels with Just featuring Pharrell Williams and Zach De La Rocha. Rocha?
Mastered economics cause you took yourself from squalor. Mastered academics cause your grace said you a scholar. Mastered Instagram cause you can instigate a follow. Shit. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it? Look at all these slave masters posing on your masters posing on your dollar. Get it? Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it? Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it? Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it? Look at all these slave masters. Man, you better thug out. Get the bag and the bug out. Try to roll.
This is Run the Jewels. Just.
Let it sink in. 2020 on the map. Raw one cut in my hourglass. Don't watch it spill to the bottom half. You see the piece now running fast on the tarmac. Get a starter jack. C4 when I run it back like a track star on a record lap. Not like when it's ill catch. Clean look, poor pugilist. A shooter's view is a brutal flick. Too rude for you rudiments. Who convinced you can move against the crew in this? Coming up through the fence. Offshore on the border prince. Overture left his fingerprints on the hearts of the gate in the world of residence. We be the peace. When the peace gonna reach for the worst. Tear all the flesh of the earth. Stay set from a deafening, reckoning. Quick like the pace of a verse. So I'm questioning this quest for things and the recipe for early death threatening. But the best of me is weaponry for you, just money.
My friends, my friends, my friends. That was Run the Jewels. Just featuring Pharrell Williams and Zach De La Rocha.
Roca, I think.
Roca?
I'm not sure.
Anyways, Thursday, we're going to have Corey Elijah as featured on CNN, but Kenosha's own underground video journalist. We're underground, he's underground, we're all underground. I had the privilege of meeting this human being. We had the privilege of meeting this human being as we were going to be in a movie with him. We were cast with Corey, and that is how we initially started to hang out with him. And since, it's been really cool to watch this happen. So I guess Kenosha's on the map now, and maybe not for all the best things.
Oh, yeah, for all the not cool reasons.
Do you know what I would like to see? Okay, so, like, all of these issues that are occurring are cyclical, and we've seen them before, so we should be learning from history. Can we bring the fucking hippie movement back? Can we acknowledge that perhaps psychedelics and smoking weed is the answer, and that loving each other and creating art and music is probably the best? With all of these protests and all of this violence and all of these riots, could we have fucking people playing music somewhere? Also, because we're like enforced curfew. I don't know if y'all realize this. Y'all more concerned about being home by 7 o'clock. Oh no, the police, than wearing a fucking mask. What does that say about consideration for your fellow man? You'd rather more easily pass a virus that you can't see that is deadly to someone.
Can't drink at the bar after 7.
Then for fear of being arrested, which is fucking stupid. You know how you really fight the police? You say, fuck a curfew because you're an adult. At this point, I'm all about tearing the system down because I do have a plan as to how, I don't know, to make things better. I wish people believed that. We all gotta do it, though. And if you're gonna hold people accountable, which is what the people need to do, then that people has to hold you accountable, too. Because we're all in this together. So, please save the turtles. Recycle your shit. Corona is real.
Also, wash your hands.
Black lives matter. The polar ice caps are melting, so save the goddamn polar bears and turtles while you're at
warming
it.
does exist.
The earth is round! And we're going to get shot for all of these opinions. But he's supposedly in detention.
Yeah, it was a good run, though. Well, whatever.
My friends.
It's story time.
Yes. On this day in history.
Now, For those of you that are new to viewing this program, I just, every Tuesday, I read On This Day. I have to warn you, there might be some foul language involved. It's just my opinion, but, you know, I'm not forcing it on anybody. September 1st, which is today.
It's a new month.
It's a new month. I'll see what happens.
In 2 months, the world will have lived with COVID for a year. Noodle that one.
Yeah, noodle that one.
And we're still probably one of the only countries who can't get that shit under control.
No.
And now I'm not brainwashed.
Fucking dumb. Like, whatever. Anyways, happy birthday to Tommy Evans, The Drifters, 1927. Conway Twitty, 1933.
Conway Twitty.
Alton Ellis, 1938. Archie Bell, The Drells, 1944. Greg Errico, Sly and the Family Stone.
Alton Ellis. Oh, what a wonderful.
1948. Barry Gibb, The Bee Gees, 1946. Russ Field, Shawady Waddy.
Ooh. Shawady Waddy.
1940, 1949. Peter Hewson, Chicory Tip, 1950. Rick Formosa, Little River Band, 1954. Bruce Foxton, The Jam, 1955. Gloria Estefan, 1957. Cass Lewis, Skunk Anansi, 1960. Craig McLaughlin, 1965. J.D. Fortune, In Excess. He liked extension cords. 1973.
Make sure you always get a spotter. Because you know what? Inanimate objects don't follow safe words.
Peter Brown, Wheatus, 1976.
I liked Wheatus.
Baby Daddy, Scissor Sisters, 1976. Joe Troman, Fallout Boy, 1984. Still older than him.
By a year.
Whatever. I'm not crying about my music, though. Chart news, 1962. Tommy Rowe at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Sheila. 1973, Rod Stewart at number 1 on the UK album chart with Sing It Again. 1974, the Osmonds, also known as the White Jacksons, at number 1 on the UK singles chart with Love Me for a Reason. 1984, Tina Turner at number 1 on the US chart with What's Love Got to Do with It?
Got to do, oh, what's love but a second-hand emotion.
1990, Prince at number 1 on the UK album chart with Graffiti Bridge. He's a bridge himself at 3'9". 1990, Sweet Sensation at number 1 on the US singles chart with If Wishes Came True. 2002, Atomic Kitten at number 1 on the UK singles chart with The Tide Is High.
Hi, Dustin.
2002, Coldplay at number 1 on the UK album chart with A Rush of Blood to the Head. I'm not going there. 2012, Taylor Swift at number 1 in the US chart with We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Never ever. Whatever. Yeah. 2012, Sam and the Womp at number 1 on the UK chart with Bomb Bomb. Whatevs. Gig news, 1966, the Byrds played the first of an 11-night run at the Whiskey A Go-Go, Hollywood, California. 1973, Elton John and Steely Dan appeared at the Balboa Stadium, San Diego, California. 1979, Van Morrison, Talking Heads, Squeeze, The Undertones, Steel Pulse, and the Chieftains all appeared at the Edinburgh Rock Festival, Scotland. That's cool. 1980, Stevie Wonder played the first of 6 sold-out nights at Wembley Arena. And that's it for On This Day. Usually I have one other little quip to add to that, but I don't. And that's all I have to read.
Love each other. Practice science.
Science, it's like magic, only real.
That made me think of all of the marshmallows from Lucky Charms in a bag. They now sell just the
They
marshmallows.
do.
I don't know why my
You
head
don't-
went
you
there.
don't just have to order them online. They're in stores.
Yay!
Just to like sit there and like get more gravity pull towards your body. Anyways,
So, respect each other. Wear a mask. Be considerate. I don't know. Know your objective. What an objective, the mission, and the conclusion of this has to be. We need new leaders. We need reform. And that means that we all have to be accountable for one another. Accountability and transparency is what people want. And I guess these people, that's what I want. I want transparency. I want accountability. I don't want my sheriff who just allowed someone to shoot someone to giggle.
yeah.
And
They wouldn't have died if they weren't out after curfew. What the fuck?
so those things should
Also,
make
what
people
that
angry.
Other asshole, he's a liar.
They're all liars. We continue to allow that. For some reason, we're comfortable with this. I do understand that that's the mentality of all. Because, just like in Nazi Germany, join us or we'll shoot you. Well, it's easier to join them because humans are afraid of their own mortality. And no one wants a gun to their head, right? It's easier to go along than it is to do the right thing. I tell you, my friends, I plan on doing the right thing, and I'm aware that someday that might lead to my death because I'm cognizant of that fact, but I do very much believe in change and equality and justice, and that means for all human beings and for our planet as well. But I digress. On Thursday, you can check us out. We'll have an interview with Corey Elijah, Kenosha's claim to fame now for his underground video journalism. And with that, the rest of September is booked. So the following week, it'll be us. We'll play music for you. And then we will have Amy Wallish from Canada joining us. And then we'll have Dan Asio? I don't know. Dan from the Underbelly Hours is also a singer-songwriter, so he'll be joining us on the last Thursday of the month, which means we have October, November, and December. Holy shit, we're booking for the last quarter of the year already, my friends.
Also what Sam sent you.
Thank you. Holy crap. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Also, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
You did, and it's looking me in the face, and I'm like, duh. All right, 5th annual sexual assault aid fundraiser. Well, we're on soapboxes and diatribes and such things. All right, so, let's see, why, go away.
Just cause.
All right, let's see. There's a fundraiser for the 5th annual sexual assault. It's from Chicago, I believe. Hold on, I'm trying to find the information. Facebook has changed the way that they do these things. So,
Well, isn't it?
there's not
at the
enough.
top of this.
No.
No.
Do you see it? No.
Oh, weird.
Create a new account or log in. All right, they're raising money to support the YWCA South Suburban or YWCA Chicago, YWCA DuPage, and NWI Fairhaven Center. So, raising funds as well as supplies to provide to people who have been victims of sexual assault. They're at 40% as of 8/29. 40% of their $5,000 goal. So there is a GoFundMe, vanessa.bly@loop.column.edu, or Cash App, which is the $VANESSABLY. PayPal is vanessa.bly@loop.colum.edu, and Venmo at Vanessa-BURCIAGA. So I will share this on our page as well, and if you choose, you may also support that cause too. Thank you, Sam. Or Slomo Kanofsky, who has been on our show, sent me that information to share as well. So, if you have information that you'd like shared, please make sure to send it and say, hey, just don't forget, and then send it again, because sometimes I forget. Okay?
Thanks.
Bye.